All right, who's a baseball fan? All right, who here likes folk music?
I see full hands.
All right. Well, tell you what, our next act combines the two of those things. Please welcome to the stage, fastball pitcher, Bob Gutierrez.
For the kids in the back, I'm going to bring out the microphone. Slide around the stool. I'll bring the stool as well. Hey there, folks. I'm fastball pitcher Bob Gutierrez. That's right, that fastball pitcher Bob Gutierrez, the former middle relief pitcher for the late to early to middle 1980 Chicago Cubs. Topps 1986, you got it. So, as they mentioned, my nickname is too close. As I mentioned, my nickname is Fastball Pitcher Bob Gutierrez. That's mostly because I tend to just throw fastballs. I really only had one pitch. Well, technically I had three pitches. I had a pitch I had a fastball, the slow fastball, and then a pitch I called the speedball. Between you and me and the dugout, that was a fastball. So we do have baseball fans, right? Yeah. So you guys kind of, you know that batters are tending to look for fastballs. So they hit a lot of my fastballs. But one of the reasons they kept me around on the team for so long is that, you know that situation in baseball where you're playing a rival and things get a little tense, things get a little heated, and you know that they're going to throw a beanball at your batter? Yeah. They would put me in the pinch hit and get hit by pitches. I had the highest HBPs of any position player from 1984 to 1986. I got hit a lot. But I think I turned out all right. Since my playing days came to an end because they stopped asking me to come back, I've been, doing some soul searching, trying to figure out who I am, what I have to give to the world, doing some odd jobs here and there, getting cats out of trees or, painting the fence. I did some sales, door-to-door sales. I worked for the Thomas & Door Company. I sold doors door-to-door for the Thomas & Door Company. Door-to-door sales and selling doors door-to-door. What else did I do? Oh, so the main thing, you know what they don't tell you on orientation day at the door-to-door sales job? When you get to the door, they tend to already have a door there. I'll tell you what, I did not sell a lot of doors. But, I finally found my purpose by doing some motivational speaking. I got into the motivational speaking, going to, old age homes or church youth groups, saying things like, well, you can probably do it. But, set your expectations at a level where you could probably do it, right? Set the bar kind of low and then step over the bar and have a sense of accomplishment. That's one of the main things I told him. I'd say, always wear a cup. Right? Every day of your life, always wear a cup. You never know. Every day in my life. Take that to heart. Next time you walk into a door that's halfway open, you're gonna wish you were in a cup. But yeah, so things like that, right? So I've had a hard time though. I've had a hard time kind of connecting with the kids, the youth of today. Not connecting like that. I'm not trying to be a weird guy. Connecting at their level, trying to figure out what makes them tick. How do I get into their get into their rooms. But again, that's not the angle I'm actually coming from. I'm just trying to, meet them where they are. Every time I change the way I say it, it sounds worse. But I said to myself, what do kids today like? What are they into? How do I connect with a kid? And then it dawned on me, classic country golden hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, right? So I took that motivational speaking and I turned it on its head and I started writing country music songs. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna sing some for you, and maybe I will motivate you guys to probably do it. So is that all right? You mind if I go get my guitar? And then we're gonna sing some songs. Woo! It's right here. Wasn't kidding, I'm a country music singer now. I got my name on the thing and everything. All right. Oh, they're doing the check drop. Is everybody getting their checks dropped right now? Now, I was here for the 7 o'clock show. They were pretty generous with their tips. And I told them, we're going to compare 7 o'clock and 9:30. Who's the most generous with their tips? So, I don't know if you want to go home feeling like a fool or not. That's on you. But I know who tipped what the previous show. You guys, they were pretty good crap. All right. This is in the key of A, if anyone's paying attention. Are you ready for some fastballs? That's what I'm throwing. High heat down the middle of the street, and now you know it. Managers hate me, but the batters love me. This is how I tell them, welcome to Fastball Country. I'm throwing gas, cheese, rippers, beef, and heaters. Louisville lasers, boilers, burners, and a two-seamer. Then I got another pitch. It's called a speedball. But between you and me and the dugout, it's a fastball. I ain't got a curveball. Can't throw a changeup. It's just fastballs with some other names I made up. Serving up fastballs with nothing funky. We only got one pitch down here in Fastball Country. I'm throwing cheddar, lightning, dragon's breath, and go-getters. Cincinnati freight train scary there, he had a hairy sweater. Then I got another pitch. It's called a speedball. But between you and me and the dugout, that's fastball. Haley's Comet, can of gasoline, Cowhide Express, and Jack's Magic Bean. The old bingo bongo, Cooperstown, hello. Well slung hash and the bullet train down to Tokyo. Better good tip on here. Canadian squeezers. Frozen late. I'm pushing Swiss cheese to the middle of the plate. Make a mess of melting Nestle's chunky. From the heat I'm throwing fastballs in Fastball Country. This ain't no chess match between me and him. It's simple, if I throw it past it, then I win. Truth be told though, that's why they want me. Everyone will tell you, welcome to Fastball Country. Welcome to Fastball Country. Welcome to Fastball Country. My whistle got a little, it needs a little wetting. Can I get a domestic American beer if that's possible? Oh, look at that. Very cute. That is good and domestic. America really does make the best domestic beers, I gotta tell you. It's been a whole season since I seen ya. And we got a whole season ahead. You're a vision to me, now I can truly see Well, I can see that you're still seeing red, so I better duck down and turn around before I catch one in the face. The message is clear what you want me to hear. You're gonna put me in my place, 'cause I've been hit by a pitch again. You ain't pitching woo. I slim and red gun and so rip from my head, but I'm still for hauling for you. 'Cause I've been hit by a pitch again. I know your aim is true. A hurl from the mound knocked Mr. Rip to the ground, but I'm still for hauling for you. Well, it seems that you got my number, 'cause you keep throwing at my back. For some strange reason why I couldn't tell ya, I find myself a-coming back. Now, I'm sorry you're sore, but I can't take anymore. I can't take that you're trying to hit me, 'cause I'm sore too. In fact, I'm black and blue. I'm black and blue where the good Lord split me. 'Cause I can hit by a pitch again. You ain't pitching woo. I swing and red gun and so rip from my head, but I'm still falling for you. 'Cause I've been hit by a pitch again. I know your aim is true. I roll from the mound, knock Mr. Rip to the ground, but I'm still falling for you. I'm a man in the dirt, looking at a lifelong season of hurt. I'm a man in the dirt, and I'm hurt, I'm hurt, I'm hurt. 'Cause I've been hit by a pitch again. You ain't pitching woo. I sling and red gun, it's a rip from my head, but I'm still falling for you. Yes, I've been hit by a pitch again. And I know your aim is true. A hurl from the mountain knocked me straight to the ground, but I'm still falling for you. You know I'm still falling for you. That's right, I'm still falling for you. Oh, domestic. I love it. So we've been having a lot of fun tonight, right? I think it's time to go. There's. He said he did a pretty good tip. I'll let the Andrea be the person that decides whether it's good. I tripped over my tongue there, you could tell. All right, let's get a little personal, if you don't mind. I'm going to tell you a little bit about where I grew up. You can tell by this fun accent that I'm from Chicago, right? You guys, you're not all from D.C., right? But you're from places? You know how some city, I mean, it's a pretty much a transplant city for the most part. You know how some cities, the immigrant population moves to a certain area and they kind of condense and they call it like Little Italy or Chinatown or Little Warsaw or Little Bogota, right? So my people are not originally from the Chicago area. They came from Arkansas and they moved to the Chicago area and they, settled in a little neighborhood called Little Rock. And this song is about where I grew up. It's called Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. And if anyone's playing along, it's the key of C. All right, I think I got it there. Okay, yeah, here we go. My ancestors settled this neighborhood full of people just like me. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, C. My ancestors settled this neighborhood full of people just like them. It's where my daddy met my mama, and my mama, she met him. Back then life seemed so simple, right from the very start. We worshipped at the cathedral on Addison and Clark. I got that reference. That's a very specific address that not everybody gets, but I appreciate when you do. Left the junior high field trip early from the Lincoln Park Zoo. Best friend's older sister taught me how to dance the hoochie coo. And what I learned from her, it was astonishing. We didn't grow up with much, but we had everything. So take me on back to my hometown. Let me be that little boy. Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. They say you can never go home again, you can never relive that joy. Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. First thing I think about when I think about where I grew up, the menagerie of characters who lived there on my block. Cousin Benny got hired as a city cop, walked his beat down by the shore. Uncle Jack got fired for shoplifting from his job at the mattress store. The minister became a drifter, but he never wore a frown when he woke up to find himself down on the drinking part of town. Miss Mildred would cuss and yell at us, didn't matter what we did, 'cause living in the Windy City, we always seemed to live downwind. So take me on back to my hometown, let me be that little boy. Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. But they say you can never go home again, you can never relive that joy. Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. Loretta was a go-getter, did what she did to get what she wants. Living in the house at the end of the block, it was a ghostly haunt. Rumor has it was haunted by 7 ghosts, each progressively worse. The first ghost was Weeping Mary, and she died in childbirth. The second ghost was a Civil War soldier, fought for the Union side. Third ghost had a bloody gash in her head, at least 3 inches wide. The next 2 worked in tandem, they were fooling with the lights. Rumor has it died 90 years ago on this very night. 6 ghosts roamed the house in a long black veil. Thankfully, I'm nearing the end of the spooky day. The last ghost chilled the hearts of every single kid, 'cause she was about the same age as us, and this is what she did. She crawled out of the TV, said she got 7 days. Oh wait, I'm thinking of a movie, just ignore the last thing I said. A couple years after Loretta passed, the old house had sat abandoned. We dare each other to spend the night in Loretta's haunted mansion. So take me on back to my hometown, let me be that little boy. Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. But they say you can never go home again, you can never relive that joy. Little Rock, Chicago, Cook County, sweet one. I like that. It has a little twist at the end, though. So you gotta watch for it. All right, let's bring the vibe down. I think we're all pretty happy right now, but sometimes we're not. Did you ever get real low? Like the lowest point of your life. You know that feeling when you're feeling real low, and you're down on your knees, and you just kind of look up at the sky, and you're like, why? Why, Lord? What are we doing here? Come on, man. You gotta help me out. Jeez Louise, right? You ever feel like that? You know that feeling? Well, this song is about that. Baseball. Good Lord, what's a man gotta do to get a win around here? We could use a win. I'll give up sin, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. We could use a win. I'll do anything, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. I've always said religious people could go pound sand, pushing all their chips to the middle for the man with the holes in his hand. Can't understand the man who hangs his hat on the Lord, giving it all up to God, brother. What the hell's that for? That old time religion never meant men much to me. But if we win the division, Lord, I'll walk with thee. We could use a win. I'll give up sin, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. Yes, we could use a win. I'll do anything, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. We're at the trade deadline. Be a contender. I'll wash in the blood of the lamb if it means I'm playing ball past it then. I ain't talking allegory. This ain't no metaphor. I'll trade for a left-hander sitting at the right hand of the Lord. That old-time religion never meant much to me. But if we win the division, you'll see me down in Galilee. Come sing, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. We could use a win. I'll do anything, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. I've never read Faust or Milton, but I've seen damn Yankees. Maybe I got the wrong number, but that other guy would play ball with me. I don't need to get the head. Yeah, I can do my time in hell. It's the bottom of the ninth, we're down by 5, and I got a soul to sell. That old time never meant much to me. But if we win the division, I was blind, but now I see. Sing, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. We could use a win, Lord. I'll do anything, Lord. We're on a losing streak and we could use a win. Good Lord, what's a man gotta do to get a win around here? Get a little parched on that one. Was I in pitch though? My pitch was still good, right? All right, I say we're good. 2 songs? To just do. We went a little over on the last one, so we had this excise song. All right, I'm gonna sing a song. You guys know, the unwritten rules of baseball, but also baseball is kind of a metaphor for life. So this is a song kind of about the unwritten rules of baseball. It's about life. We're playing along there. The song is called It's in the Key of... We're going back to the key of A. Big fan. Big fan of the key of A, I'll tell you what. A, D, and E. You know Harlan Howard, the classic country songwriter, wrote, he said, country music is just 3 chords and the truth. Well, those are 3 good chords, I'll tell you. A, D, and E. This song is called Don't. Don't. Talk about a no-hitter. Don't drink your beer before you drink your liquor. Don't make the third out down at third base. If you don't want it to get stuck that way, don't make that face. Don't admire your home run too much. Don't flip that bat. Don't feed a gremlin after midnight. Don't get him wet. Don't do any things at all without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. Don't step on the chalk baseline. Don't fix it if the darn thing's still working fine. Don't steal second base when you're up by a lot of runs. Don't bring a knife to a fight if the other guy's got a gun. Don't cry over spilled milk, and you better don't doubt it. Don't cry for me, Argentina, and don't leave home without it. Don't do any of these things at all without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. Don't Swing on a 3-0 count. Don't jump to conclusions. And don't count me out. Don't kick a man in his peckle out of Wrigley Field. Take your eyes off the road. Don't take your hands off the wheel. Don't you forget about me, and I'll be sure I don't do the same. Don't rebroadcast, retransmit, or recount any part of this game. Don't do any things at all without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. Don't accidentally swallow a big wad of bubble gum when you're 8 years old, playing out in left field. Don't panic and call a timeout, 'cause you're afraid you can't breathe. They're all gonna laugh at you. You're gonna wanna cry yourself to sleep. And you'll always remember this. You'll remember playing through the tears, 'cause swallowed bubble gum stays in your gut for years. Don't do any of these things at all without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. You guys have been a great crowd. You really are. Did you know this was happening tonight, or you just came? You're like, you know what? Comedy's fun. Let me buy a ticket. Did you come for this? No. You didn't? Well, all right. I do not have a follow-up for that. Holy moly. Alright, this is the last song. You know what, the chorus of this is pretty good. I think you'll be able to follow along with the chorus, and then we'll come back on the second time. We'll just do the chorus together. We'll do like, everybody sings along. Oh, that was so fun. Oh, man. All right, so this is really the centerpiece of the whole, you know, motivational speaking thing. It's about, you know, set those expectations realistically, right? And this is about the, you know, this is really the story of my life. You know, a guy playing baseball, coming up through the minors, you know, driving a car to game to game. It's a lot like being a comedian driving a car show to show. So I think the guys in the back know what I'm talking about. The guys and the gals. This song is called "The Journeyman." The smell of cut green grass in the full heat of the summer brings me back to childhood and the baseball of my youth. I was a bright young pitcher, the best one in the county. My old man gave me my right arm and advice that I still use. Anyone can tell you some baseball aphorisms, like lessons learned from losses are worth more than the wins. But this is what I mentioned to the young bucks in the bullpen, with dollar signs in both their eyes and peach fuzz on their chins. You gotta keep them low when you're setting expectations. Move the finish line a little closer so you ain't got so far to run. You can probably do it. Just keep them goals realistic. Ain't nothing wrong with being 2 or 3. We can't all be number 1. Alright, so you guys got the gist of that one. We'll do it together, alright? After I'm gonna do the next verse, and then together, oh boy, we're gonna do some choruses. We'll just keep going until they turn the lights up. I'll say, oh, here's the house lights. Get out of here. Everybody thinking they're gonna make it to the big time, but there's a lifetime of road games when a Chrysler is your home, son. Baseball can be great when when you're pitching in the big show, but the road you go as a journeyman are dusty and lonesome. People always say you lose some and you win some. Well, I got more miles behind me than I got ahead. And these kids did not exactly ask me for my wisdom, but I still gave them some, and this is what I said. You gotta keep them low. You're setting the expectations. Move the finish line a little closer so you ain't got so far to run. You can probably do it. Just keep them goals realistic. Ain't nothing wrong with being 2 or 3. We can't all be number 1. You gotta keep them low. Setting the expectations. Move the finish line a little closer so you ain't got so far to run. You can probably do it. Just keep them goals realistic. Ain't nothing wrong with being 2 or 3. We can't all be number 1. You gotta keep them low. Setting the expectations. With a finish line a little closer so you ain't got so far to run. You can probably do it. Just keep them goals realistic. Ain't nothing wrong with being 2 or 3. We can't all be number 1. Ain't nothing wrong with being 2 or 3. We can't all be number 1.
Gutierrez, fastball pitcher. You certainly met my expectations tonight. Thank you so much. Wait, well, I'm sorry. I gotta ask a follow-up question for the gal who said no. What were you hoping for?
Oh, it's a real question.
Yeah.
I set the bar low so I didn't have that far to run.